Hi, I wanted to come on here because my last newsletter was called How Can I Reach Her? And I had the highest open rate that I think I've ever had in an email, which made me realize how important this subject really is for both women and for men. So I thought I'd do a little follow up on this issue and just to be able to support you further and to support you deeper in how to look at this subject of how can I reach her. So I've made a few notes. Number one, women want connection. If there is no connection, she's going to start to retreat. And the focus has to be not on sexual connection, it has to be on an emotional connection. And the way that you can do this, very simply, is just spend time together, quality time together, doing beautiful things, thinking back on the things that you did that you first came together, that you really loved and that you really enjoyed, and making time for those things. Time is really important because we get slack. Things, we get busy with life and children and work and all sorts of things like that. Meanwhile, your relationship is sometimes going down the gurgler. It's so important to really, really give attention to this aspect of your relationship. So make time for beautiful things, even if it's with family, but it's really important if you do have children to create that time where it's just the two of you. And I love that thing, just create more beautiful memories. I think that's very sweet, and it kind of tops up the relationship. And you'll start to feel like that it's not all about sex, because that is what a woman goes to. Oh, he just wants sex. I say to women, you actually want love. That's what it is. But men often need to feel love to start to make love. No, they need to make love to feel love. And women need to feel love before they can actually want to make love. So there's a little bit of a disparity there and a difference, which I think is really important for us to understand. Next thing is, look at how present you are. Are you being quite absent? Are you there, but you're not really there? You're there in body, but you're not there in your heart, or you're up in your mind all the time, busy doing things or reading the newspaper or doing just kind of straight out ignoring her. If that's going on, it's actually just not helpful. Even if you're both ignoring each other, one of you's got to start to break that pattern. So let it be you, if that's what, if you want it to be different. So often it can be this difference between absence and presence. So think of, first of all, how you're being absent. And then the other thing is sometimes men, or, whether it's male or female partners, if you're all over somebody else, if you're always hassling for sex or hassling for something or hassling this, that, energetically you are all over the other person. And if that's the case, the natural thing is to contract, because energy, look at it as an energy. You are filling up that space of the relationship. There's you, there's the other person, and there's the relationship. You're filling up that space with demands or with, energetically wanting all the time. If you can start to pull that energy back into you, not withdraw, because I've seen this happen. When men are asked to pull their energy back, they withdraw and they're just not there. No, it's about staying here, staying in your body, staying here, but imagining that you're kind of just pulling that energy back that would normally go over into her space, pull it back and bring it back in and down into your own body. That might be kind of strange for some men, and I get that. And it is hard for them for men sometimes to understand that concept, but it's sort of more a visual thing. So you visualize, just think of it, you're over there, even the action of just pulling it back in and down into your belly, into that part of your body. And, when I've seen men do this at the Making Love Retreat, honestly, I cannot tell you how magnetic they become. And the women, their partner is just drawn to them. You know, it's just like, I wanted to go over into his space then, and it's never been like that. So it's not about she doesn't love me anymore, or he doesn't love me anymore. It's not always that kind of thing. It's more that you're taking up too much energetic space for this other person to be able to express themselves, you know, to be in that space. Next one is understand how sexual energy works. If you're a man, a woman's body doesn't operate the same way as yours. She's not ever ready. Her sexual energy is dormant. It's sitting there. It takes time for that to be aroused, or that to come in to play. And for that, she needs connection. She needs emotional connection. Also, that, you know, if you think about when you first got together, you probably kissed her and gave her attention on the top of the upper part of her body. This is the area where she opens in her heart. So, you know, give plenty of attention to that part when she's ready to be approached and touched and that kind of thing. And yeah, just stop focusing on the genitals. Stop focusing on down there. Focus more on, you know, up here, and how you can be present and pull your energy back in. Also, stop blaming her. Stop blaming the other person, because that's just not going to go anywhere. And it's not all her fault. It's not all your fault. These things happen as a result of the conditioning of our relationships, or the conditioning of how, you know, sex is. And it's not anybody's fault. It's really, you know, you've gone down a rabbit hole, basically, of disconnection. So stop focusing on the sex. Focus on how can we connect more? How can we spend more time? And I guarantee you, you'll be going towards then those steps towards creating a more loving, intimate relationship, and be able to create more love. And that's what we all want, isn't it? Yeah. So if you'd like more information, or if you'd like to be on my mailing list and receive more, you know, tips like this that I don't actually share always publicly, just come on to janetmcgeever.com and just sign up for my mailing list. And I'd love you to join me. Thank you.